Hey man, I got that new TMX Thrustmaster wheel. It's going down.
Xbox One?
I can't wait to play when I get home.
Yo, let me play?
Yeah, I mean, after I play first. Yeah.
You know, I'll race it for it.
So I have to hand
Hello everybody and welcome to the FSR 2017 Pro Championship. It's round 2, but basically round 1 because Australia has been postponed. So yeah, we had the ace race yesterday. We had the pre-qualifying just like 15 minutes ago. So we have the top 30 that is getting ready now for the qualifying session.
Hey guys. The TeamSpeak's up if you guys want to use it.
Okay, the password. Thanks. Okay. I don't know. Looks like I'm alone. So I'm gonna take a look at the results, and so the top 30, it was Wojciech Lukaszek who was quickest in the pre-qualifying, and then it was Parvez in second and Hutchinson in third. These guys look like they are the top. They seem to have a little bit of an advantage over the rest of the field, but the whole field seems to be bunched up in around 1.5 seconds, which is, I think, incredible. So I think we're going to see a very competitive field this year. And yeah, the drivers are getting ready for the qualifying session, which should start in a few minutes, I think. So yeah. Obviously, the first time I'm commentating by myself, so this is a little bit scary for me. So, like I said, it was Lukaszek who won the pre-qualifying, and it was Parves with Hutchinson. Like I said, these guys seems to be the top drivers. Then it was Hamnet in 4th, Ton van Egmond in 5th, Moyano in 6th, Lorenzo Lucidi in 7th, Michael Ayers in 8th, Gerlof de Vries in 9th, and Cameron Roger in 10th. So that is the top 10 separated by half a second, which is, I think, great. Then we had Jordi Lopez in 11th, Peter Schultz in 12th, Ivan Leonov in 13th, Dave Paling in 14th place, Lionel Clue in 15th, and Eric Andre in 16th, Diego Joko in 17th, Marcel Crespo in 18th, Eugene van Logenberg in 19th, and in 20th place it was Tom Oldenberger. Then it was Rian Lamprecht in 21st, Robin Panzer in 22nd, Unai Sola in 23rd. In 24th it was Will Barnes, then it was Barbukov, Hudson, Mikhailo Vicentievich, Matthew Tewson, Lorenzo De Cutis, and Juan Luparado. So these are the drivers that will be racing in this race, the top 30 drivers. Obviously there was around 38 drivers that allocated for this race. So obviously we had the pre-qualifying, because there is a limit of 30 drivers, so these drivers will be racing in today's race, the top 30 fastest drivers. Now we're still waiting for qualifying to start.
Hi guys.
And here we go. My little help in commentating, Chris Rabey. So welcome.
Hi guys. Hi Martin. Hope everyone's okay.
I'm sure everyone is okay. So like I said, we're waiting for the qualifying to start. I don't know when is it going to start exactly. We'll see. Yeah. So Chris, what are your expectations coming to the first race in Pro Series?
Well, I just think it's going to be quite interesting. We saw, myself included, a few drivers move up to Ace, so hopefully that clears the field for a few guys from last year to step up and show us what they got.
Yeah, definitely. We saw, for example, Lukaszek, who was racing in the winter series, doing quite good there. So it's no surprise that he's competitive in the F1 car here in Pro as well. So we are basically now waiting for the railroad to build up. So that means that there are like 17 minutes remaining before the actual qualifying. So this is going to be awkward.
Exactly, but it gives them more time to get some practice in.
Yeah.
We saw with Ace, exactly. We saw with Ace yesterday that the qualifying field, was very close. I think it was like less than a tenth of a second separating everyone in the top 10. So, well, in terms of the gaps, not in terms of the actual. I think it was like a second separating the top 15 in the end. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Currently we're in practice, so waiting for the qualifying. 16 minutes remaining, and you obviously raced in the Ace race yesterday. How did that go?
Not the best, but things can happen quite quickly. I kind of missed my braking point and just went into the back of a car. These things happen. These cars are very hard to follow with. You can follow in packs, but to overtake, you require quite a big delta to the car ahead. So it's quite different to last year's car. Last year's car was fairly easy to overtake because we had the boost setting and the DRS. But now we're going back to basics, really.
Yeah. Speaking of the mod, we have came back from the V6 era back to V8. Which what is your opinion on this change?
In terms of an actual driving perspective, I think it's a lot better personally. Just to enjoy these cars, they're a lot better to drive personally, and it's a welcome change, to be honest.
Yeah, obviously we also have the change in strategy, also with the refueling back and so on. So the undercut might not work all the time. Depends on the strategy, of course. So that is a new thing, I think, for everyone who hasn't raced or doesn't have that much experience in racing with refueling allowed. So it should be quite interesting in the races.
Yeah, exactly. Just hoping that we'll see what the pro guys can do strategy-wise. It should be pretty fairly similar between everyone. So yeah, it should be pretty awesome to see how these guys cope.
Yeah, definitely. And since pro is 75%, if I'm correct, then we saw in Ace yesterday that most of the guys went for a two-stop. There was one guy that went for a one-stop, but most of the people went for a two-stop. Can we expect a one-stop in the pro race?
I think that would be the aim for everyone, really, is to get, to do that one stop. Hopefully the tyres will allow for it. I think they will. We saw with Ace yesterday, people stopping around the 75% mark for their last stint. So yeah, it should be fairly around that sort of stage, really. So yeah, one stop. Maybe some people starting on the prime if they're outside the top 10, but yeah, exactly. Definitely a one stop, in my opinion.
Yeah, and coming back to the Ace race yesterday, who surprised you, and who, on the other hand, don't want to say disappointed, but you know what I mean.
Well, I think the biggest shock was definitely Felix van Delft. I think, he had a fairly up and down season last year in pro, and he got some good finishes, especially in Malaysia where he got a podium, and to go from being top 10 in pro to being P2 at the end of the Ace race was absolutely fantastic. Person that probably disappointed me, I think, was myself and Felipe Giro, both coming from pro with quite a lot of expectations and just making the silly mistakes. Mine being ran into the back of another car, and Felipe unfortunately hitting that inside curb at turn 4 and just losing the rear end. Oh, sorry there. Still just hopped onto the server now, so let's see how everyone's getting on.
Yeah, and obviously after the pro race we will have the WC race, and there is a chance of rain. I saw something somewhere between 20 to 50% chance of rain for the WC race. So what do you think we can expect from the WC race later on today?
Well, if anything, if the ace race yesterday was anything to go by, we're going to look at a fairly close grid. I think we'll see some very interesting overtakes, especially into turn 1 for WC, and it'd be interesting to see how everyone's coping with the new car because it's a massive change. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think everyone here is looking forward to it, and let's just hope we have a fair, clean race and just go from there.
Yeah, I already mentioned that in pre-qualifying, the difference between the first and the last in 30th place was around 1.5 seconds. So I think this is going to be a competitive grid this year.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be very interesting, especially as you said, 1.5 seconds separating the drivers. It's going to be tight, especially for the people that just missed out of the qualifying stage. From being below P30. So we'll just have to play it by ear and see what we can do really.
Definitely. Just a reminder, if you want to ask us commentators on some topic or whatever, just use hashtag AskFSR and we'll answer your questions. Now, let's take a look at the grid a little bit. We see Wojciech Lukaszek again on top. In the pre-qualifying, we saw. Let's take a look. I'll take a look at the grid again. What was it like? But Lukaszek has won, like I said. And let's see. Yeah, Lukaszek, Parves, and Hutchinson were a little bit ahead of the rest of the field by around 2-3 tenths. So yeah, are these three going to fight it out for a title? We'll see.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm just looking forward to seeing how everything goes, and yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how Lukaszek gets on with everything. We've still got 10 minutes left in this practice session. Cars are looking lovely on track. I think we got some fantastic liveries on the grid. Definitely spices it up from last year, and I think the mod just looks fantastic. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys the visuals as much as we do, especially the updated HUD as well. So yeah, I'm just happy to be here and just happy to see these cars on track, especially after the delay for round 1 at Melbourne.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone was eager to get into the car, start this new season.
So Martin, what do you think of this car? Because obviously you're racing in the WC this year. You know, your first full year in FSR. How do you think of the car? You know, what do you feel like the car is better at compared to last year? And what do you think? What do you think is the biggest change that you think will change the order in WC?
Well, it's tough to say. I mean, everybody in the WC is so talented that they can get new cars and so on. So, in terms of grid, I don't think it's going to change much in WC. But comparing it to last year, it's definitely easier, which I think is good. Not that it was like too difficult or something, but the grid is going to be closer thanks to that. The car being easier to drive a little bit. So I think it's going to be good not only for the drivers but also for the spectators. So yeah, like I said, compared to last year, it's just easier to drive, and it's just let's just say it's much more enjoyable to drive this car, because sometimes I just felt like driving the last year's car, it was just so frustrating to drive the car. But with this year's car, it's just so much more enjoyable. So I think
exactly.
I think it's going to be great for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. You said that it's much more enjoyable, much more fun. I'm feeling like that as well because with last year's car, you had to manage the fuel, you had to manage the tyres, and you couldn't really push. But with this year's car, we're definitely seeing some people push, and that's why we're probably seeing these close lap times.
Definitely, because the tires are more durable this year, and with the refueling, you don't have to care much about the fuel as well because you don't have the boost settings and so on. That's basically banned for this season. So yeah, I think the drivers can really push throughout all the race and just go and push all the time. Go do basically qualifying laps from start to finish, which I think is great.
Exactly, and that's what you want to see. Is you want to see the people that are the fastest, not the people that are the best at managing their tyres. Of course, you got some people that are really good at managing their tyres, but you got to have the speed that goes along with it.
Yeah, definitely, I agree on that one.
Of course, with Pro, we do see quite a few more teams than we do in Ace. And there's some new liveries as well from some other teams that are just racing in Pro. Well, what do you think the best livery is on the Pro grid for this year?
I'm just taking a look now. I haven't seen much of them, so I'll take a quick look. Well, I think pretty much every car looks spectacular. I already said it yesterday. Pretty much every car just looks beautiful. It's just so colorful this year, So yeah, I like the skin, the livery. That, for example, let's see who has that livery. For example, a Unisola, I really like that livery. Looks quite cool. So yeah, like I said, every car looks really good. So it's hard to really decide which car stands out really.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of like the Netrex car. That looks quite nice. I like the colours of it, and they've got quite a few teams in Pro this year. So that's pretty nice to have, and they've gone for the same sort of style but different colours, and I kind of like that. It's nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely, and it's also good that we have a full grid, not only in Pro but also in Ace, really. So I think it's going to be quite exciting. Because compared to last year, at the end of the year in Ace, there were not even like 10 drivers, and now we have a full grid. So I think that's really, really awesome.
Exactly, and with Ace, anyone in that top 10 can really win that race. So. It's going to be swings and roundabouts throughout the whole year, but I'm sure every team's pushing hard. I expect most of the Ace guys now are preparing for Barcelona as we speak, so it's going to be interesting to see how the next round goes. We're not even finished with this round yet, and people are already thinking the next round, so it should be really good.
Definitely should be. We said that after you retire from the Ace race, we said that look for the positives. You can start practicing for Barcelona earlier a little bit. So
well, I've already done about 100 laps Barcelona. Everyone knows what I'm like with laps. I like a lot of laps.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with this new car, to really prepare for the new challenge with the refueling and overall with the new car, it's obviously going to be tough for everyone to really get the most out of the car and make sure that you have an early lead right from the start. So yeah, I'm sure every team and every driver have practiced quite a lot for this race and for this championship overall.
Yeah, exactly, and it's quite hard to prepare yourself for the championship because you got we got the car at the beginning of the year, and it's gone through so many changes. It's hard to pick a time to actually start preparing for the setup, and then start preparing which track you're gonna prepare for to begin with, because some tracks might give a better indication of setup than others. And you got to just choose which one's the best one. Some people might go for Barcelona for their setup testing and to get a feel for the car. Some people might just start straight on with Bahrain. It's interesting to see how people go about it, but yeah, it's everyone's cup of tea really. What they want to do, and it's just going from there really.
Definitely, and I already mentioned this yesterday. Obviously, with the new car and making new setups and so on. You know, nobody really knows where everybody is, so you can only take a guess what works and what not on the setup. Same with strategy. So it's a little bit of a mystery. How good everybody is going to be. So I think in the first couple of races, the grid is going to be quite mixed up, and then it's going to stabilize when everybody knows what to do. So yeah, I think in the first couple of races we're going to see some surprises and some disappointments as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about just getting used to this car, and it's a lot. I think it's a lot easier to get used to the car than it was last year. Last year you had to put loads of laps in to learn how to drive the car in a way, like how the car will slide into corners, how you would brake with the car, and you had to do loads of laps on the strategy on the fuel load. Whereas with this, you could do it in segments really, with the putting the fuel in and doing 20 odd laps on the prime, and you don't have to do a full race distance to realise how the car's going to be at a certain stage. So it's a lot easier to prep for the race. These cars feel really good in qualifying trim, and yeah, I'm really glad with what we got this year. And if anyone's interested in joining FSR, we do have the AMA League. That's free of charge for anyone who wants to compete. It's not these cars that you see on track. They are GP2 spec cars or F2 car specs. But yeah, it's free of charge if anyone wants to get in, have some fun, then by all means sign up for AMA.
Yeah, definitely. And while we were talking, the time just flew by, and suddenly those 17 minutes just flew. And we're starting the qualifying in 30 seconds. So yeah, let's get ready for that, and we'll see who will come out on top.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like it's going to be a very interesting qualifying session. I think Parvez and Lucas Czech will be battling for that P1. It's good to see that they're in the 30s. I think that's awesome to see. See that the difference between Pro and Ace isn't as massive as what we saw last year, personally.
Yeah, definitely. I think overall with this easier car, the differences between each series, not only between Pro and Ace, but also between Ace and World Championship, isn't going to be that big like it was in previous year, I think.
Exactly. Some people adapt to the cars quicker than others, and it's just a case of of these cars are, I wouldn't say easier to drive, but they're just more natural to drive really. So that's why we're not seeing as many time differences between the different leagues. But I'm sure WC will be like miles ahead of everyone else.
Well, we will only wait and find out in the next couple of hours. So, yeah, the qualifying has started. So, yeah, let's concentrate on that right now. And it seems like Lukaszek will be the first car on track. You can already see some cars stacking up at the end of the pits. So, waiting for the green light to start this championship, basically, the Pro Championship. And here we go.
Yeah, you can see the drivers pushing very hard in this outlap just to get the heat into the tyres. Especially with these more durable tyres, they're more. You can push them a bit more on this outlap. It's more about the tyre temperature than what actual life is left in the tyres. So you can see them pushing. Some even going onto the curb at the exit of turn 5 there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm sure everyone else is here as well. If you've got any questions, let us know and we'll answer them when we get a chance.
Definitely. Very nice set. So, yeah, I'm going to watch Lukaszek since he's one of the early favorites to get on pole. So, and he's also the first one who's going to set a lap time, it seems. So, going to watch him and see how he does in his first time lap.
Yeah, and I'm now on board with Harris Parvez as he as he negotiates this outlap, taking it very cautiously. Obviously, thinking that tyre life is maybe a little bit more that he needs than entire temperature. He's stuck behind a few cars as well. We're going to see a massive slow train as people start getting ready for this quali lap.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see, Lukaszek, what can he do in the first sector? And it seems like it is a 29.2, something like that. I don't know for sure. Not a bad first sector at all. So yeah, good lap so far from Lukaszek. Okay, here we go. Last corner. It didn't hit the apex. So we'll see what the lap time is going to be coming up to the line, and it is a 30.7. Not the best lap from him we've seen. So,
Yeah, and Parvez has now gone purple in the middle sector.
yeah, just a little bit faster than Lukaszek, and let's see how he manages to go through the final corner. We saw that Lukaszek didn't hit the apex, while it is a different story for Parvez. So it looks like Parvez will be on pole right now, on provisional pole, and that is it. 30.5.
Very nice lap.
Very good lap.
Very interesting to see how he took that final corner. He went down to first gear to just get that front end in.
Actually, that is interesting. That is very interesting.
Yeah, some people could take that final corner in third or second, but first gear, that's fairly confident to take that in first gear and still do a 22.4 final sector.
Yeah, it's certainly quite interesting. So let's see what the others will do.
Yeah, Mark Hutchinson, just 2,000ths off of Lukaszek there. It was a fantastic lap for the Brazilian driver.
Yeah, quite close, which is obviously nice to see. Yeah, with this year's cars, you know, since they are a little bit easier to drive, you know, you might say that it's gonna be easier overall, but no, since the gaps will be closer, you need to, you know, really concentrate on those details to have that little bit of an advantage, like half a tenth. You need to find every bit of time, you know, to really be on top. So I think that's going to be the difficulty and the challenge for all these drivers.
Yeah, and only get 12 laps to get that chance to get pole position, and you know, hooking the lap up around here is absolutely difficult. Just trying to find the apexes. Turn 10 is an absolute nightmare. I think you can agree with me on that one. Exit at turn 2 is an absolute nightmare as well. Yeah, it's quite hard to hook a lap up, and 12 laps is definitely not easy.
Definitely not. So yeah, still a few drivers that haven't set a lap time yet, and I'm watching Michael Ayers, who is on a pretty good qualifying lap, only 2/10 behind Parvez in the second sector. So I think he's up for a top 5 spot provisionally. Let's see, final corner, nicely done. Again, first gear as well, so that is interesting. Let's see, coming up to the line, and it is a 31 dead, and that puts himself up into 5th place.
Yeah, flag to flag drivers might have a different gear ratio than many others. Take that in first gear, that's very unusual, but it seems to be working for him with those lap times so far.
Yeah, definitely. Now Van Egmond fastest in the first sector by 22,000ths of a second. But he had an oversteer moment now, wasn't a perfect line there, so yeah, now outbreaks himself a little bit, but didn't compromise his line at all. So yeah, I think with a little mistake, that's his chance over. But we'll see. We'll keep going with him.
Yeah, it's still got sector 2 to go. A little bit of a slide coming out of 11 there. Let's see what his sector time is going to be.
It's not an improvement. That mistake cost him quite a lot. So yeah, don't think he's gonna improve just yet.
Let's see if let's see if Ton can take this in first gear as well. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Well, flag to flag taking it in first gear.
Yeah, so I think it's just setup related, really.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Like it went off the line, but still went, still improved this third sector. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. I'm kind of liking the helmet design on Cameron Rogers' helmet. All the different worldwide tracks like Zandvoort and Nürburgring on the top of it. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, definitely is.
Although we don't race at Zandvoort or Imola.
Yeah.
Someone should send them a copy of the FSR calendar.
Yeah, I'm now watching Schultz. He's not improving just yet, but it's really close. If he manages to get a good final sector, he could move himself up at least by 2 places. We'll see. Coming up to the line now. Will it be an improvement for Schultz? No.
I think he wins best helmet design, if I'm honest. It's different.
Yeah, I'm now watching Marcel Crespo, who is on a good lap. Improvement by almost a tenth in the first sector, so it's on a good lap so far. Obviously, still a lot of time left. 11.5 minutes remaining, so still a lot of time to set a lap time, and yet another improvement in the second sector. So good job from him so far, but runs a little bit wide there, so that's gonna compromise his time and the exit as well. So let's see if he can keep it together and improve to get closer to the top 5. Coming up to the line now, and will it be an improvement? Only a little. So he lost like 2 tenths in the final sector due to that little mistake.
Yeah, and Lucas Check's just gone purple in the first sector at 29.1.
Yeah.
Driver's improving left, right, and centre at the minute.
Yeah, while that happened, Michael Ayers has moved himself up into second place. Just by 30 thousandths of a second. That's insane.
It's fantastic how close they are.
Yeah, and like you said, Lukaszek fastest first sector by 1.5 tenths faster than Parvez. So I think
Parvez does improve. 30.4.
It does improve, but Lukaszek is on an improvement as well, and he's faster by almost a tenth. He needs to keep it together in the final sector. Make sure he doesn't run wide this time in the final corner. And I think he will put himself up into provisional pole position if he can get it. And yeah, good line.
Very nice, very nice.
That was really good. And here we go, coming up to the line. Is it going to be provisional pole? Yes, it is by 1/10. So good job from Lukaszek.
Yeah, very tidy lap that was from, especially the final sector. Just hooked that penultimate corner up, turn 13 perfectly, and fantastic lap. 30.3. That's faster than some ace drivers yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. It could be even a top 10 spot in the Ace Championship in the qualifying. So yeah, that is a really good lap from him. So let's see, we have 9 minutes remaining. And, let's take a look. Somebody else. I'm watching Dave Paling from Goal Speed. He has an improvement in the first sector, only half a tenth behind Lukaszek. So good first sector from Dave Paling so far.
Yeah, Dave was a fantastic driver in Pro last year. Got top, nearly a top 5 finish in Pro last year. I had some fantastic results, a podium a few podiums, I believe. So now some people moved up to ace. He's going to be looking to mount the top 5 again this year.
Wow,
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 massive
this
improvement.
is a good lap. It could be even a top 3 spot if he keeps it together. That is a massive improvement. Final corner, nicely executed. Maybe even better than what Lukaszek has done on his attempt. So let's see, coming up to the line. And it is indeed P3. So good job from Dave Paling.
Yeah, fantastic. I better be very happy with that. Yeah, he just seemed to got that speed. He took the speed going into turn 14, and as he got on the power, got a little bit of oversteer, but he was able to keep the speed whilst he was correcting it. So, fantastic lap from Dave Palin.
Definitely, yeah. Good lap from him. Like you said, I'm sure he'll be happy about that. But obviously, it's still not over. 7.5 minutes remaining, so still a lot of things can change. Can't find the right words. And now Parves is starting his flying lap, trying to get revenge on Lukaszek and try to get back on top of the standings. The qualifying for the first race of the 2017 season. So let's see how well he does.
Yeah, I'm on board with Cameron Roger at the minute. He's just on a 29.2 first sector, which is actually quite competitive at the minute. He was taking a hell of a lot of lock into turn 5, 6, and 7. Just loads of lock.
Yeah, definitely. And Parves is on an improvement. A tenth behind Lukaszek, but still an improvement for himself by half a tenth. So we'll see if he can improve a little bit more. Maybe get back to first position. A big lockup coming up to turn 10, is it? I think it is.
Cameron Roger, a little bit, about 3 or 4 attempts slower than his teammate Harris Parves. Yeah, takes it. Oh, I see the flag to flag car take the final corner in second gear now.
Oh wow, that is a surprise.
Cameron Roger at 30.9 puts him P8, just behind Jordi Lopez.
Good, and now I'm watching Parves coming up to the line. Is it gonna be an improvement? Is it gonna be provisional pole? We'll see. No, but it is really close. Not even half a tenth, and as we said that Hutchinson has moved himself up into 4th place ahead of Michael Ayers.
Yeah, and Lucas checks out for another run, just on his out lap.
Yeah, now watching Hamnet. Hamnet, he is on a good improvement as well. He could move himself up into the top 10. Driving for the VB Mat Cape. And indeed, and he moves up into 6th. Quite close to Michael Ayers, so good lap from him. So now Lukaszek on another hot lap. We'll see how he does now. Can he improve? Can he not? We'll see. First sector, another improvement by almost half a tenth. So good for a sector from him. I heard some crashing noises, but
a little bit of a slide there. Don't know if that's going to affect him that much.
I think it will.
Looks like he got the exit there. It's all about this turn 10. Oh, he still keeps it going in.
Yeah, it slided into the corner, so yeah.
It's probably going to be faster.
Yeah, could have even helped him, so we'll see. I don't think it's going to be the best second sector from him we've seen.
Very nice through turn 11 though.
Definitely.
Pick the power up.
Yeah, let's see. I don't think it will be an improvement, and indeed it isn't. And now we're running a little bit wide. That in that corner the car tends to be quite understeery, so it's hard to get it right there.
Yeah, it's very hard to pinpoint where to brake for that corner and when to turn in.
Yeah, definitely.
I was surprised he was only a tenth slower though, in sector 2.
Yeah, and yeah, even a little bit more slower in the final sector, so not an improvement for the Polish driver. And I have a feeling Ton van Egmond is gonna get disqualified because he's on the 12th lap now, and he's on a hot lap now. So if he's gonna cross the line, he's gonna get disqualified.
Yeah, I think if he completes this lap and escapes out, he's gonna get disqualified.
Yeah, and that would be a big shame because he's
Someone
in the
at-
7th place.
Someone at flag to flag needs to tell him to stop now.
Yeah.
If there is any reason
He
to do
really
so.
needs to stop now. If he doesn't, he's gonna be screwed, and he comes into the pits. Is he gonna save him though?
He needs to stop now.
Oh, and oops.
I don't think
Yeah,
he's been,
yeah.
Has he been disqualified?
No. So lucky for him. I think somebody told him to come into the pits. Ooh, quite close that was.
Michael Ayres, personal best in the first sector. As Parvez goes out on track.
Wow, that is a big improvement. Only 0.004 of a second slower than Lukacek. This is going to be interesting. Obviously, the railroad is still building up, so the times will get faster and faster.
Bit of traffic ahead of Ghost Speed. Is that a Ghost Speed car? No, it's a F1 Champs car ahead of him. I'm not sure if that will affect him that much. Gets out the way very nicely. Nicely done that. Yeah, it was a Ghost Speed car.
Yeah,
Still
not a big
up.
improvement. This could be a top 3 for Michael Ayres.
Yep, Dave Palin's back out on track as well, so he needs to defend his P3.
A little bit on understeer in the final corner. Gonna cost him a little bit of time, we'll see. Comes through the line, lost the 10 there, and he's 0.005 of a second behind Penning, and you could see the frustration from Michael Ayres not making that stick in the final corner. Yeah,
he lost it all in the final. All in the final sector.
Exactly, pretty much lost it in the final corner, so obviously he's gonna be disappointed with that. And that's qualifying over for him, so not really a surprise, he was disappointed with that.
Yeah, top 13 separated by under a second. Now this is pretty good.
Oh, Schultz has improved by 0.3 and puts himself up into 10th place on his final lap. Good job from him. And let's see now, Parvez is on his hot lap, and so is Dave Penning, and that is a little bit of an improvement in the second sector.
Yeah, it's all about his final sector. Can he hook it up? A little bit wide on the apex, but that could have helped in the exit though.
Could have. We'll see. Can he improve? Yes,
he does.
But it doesn't move him up anywhere. But it could be crucial. Every thousandth of a second could be crucial.
Parvez, 1.5 tenths up in first sector. This is looking good.
Half a tenth faster than Lukacek. This is going to be interesting. And now Lukacek is starting his final lap. I think this is going to be a dramatic fight for pole position between these two.
We could actually be looking at maybe a sub 30 here. If this keeps up.
Yeah, which would be very impressive from pro drivers. And
2.5
look at that!
tenths. Oh, wow.
That is a great lap from Parvez.
First gear again. Oh, gets the power on perfectly, I think. Just enough wheel spin to keep him quick.
Can he do it? Yes, he can by 0.2.
Lukacek slower than Parvez in the first sector.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be tough for him now.
I don't think he'll be able to do it. It just all depends on this on the second sector, really.
Yeah, he needs to find a lot of time if he wants to get back on pole position.
Ghost Speed car looks very stable.
Yeah, it looks stable, but it also, to me...
I don't think he's going to do it.
No, I don't think so either. He's going to have to find 0.2 in the final sector, which is pretty much impossible to do.
Was you saying that it looks quite understeery?
Yeah, it looks stable, but it looks a little bit understeered to me.
Comes to the line, can he beat Parvez?
Nope.
No.
So it is indeed pole position for Haris Parvez, 0.2 ahead of Lukacek. So pretty much, quite a dominant performance from him. In third, it is Dave Paling, followed by Michael Ayers. In fifth, Mark Hutchinson, with Hamnet right behind him on the third row. Ton van Egmond in seventh, Jordi Lopez in eighth, Cameron Roger in ninth, and Javier Moyano rounding out the top 10. Then we have Peter Schultz in 11th, Clue in 12th, Eugene van Longerberg in 13th, Crespo in 14th, Lamprecht 15th, Andre in 16th, Gerlof de Vries in 17th place, Sola in 18th, Vicentievich in 19th, and Barbukov in 20th place. Then we have Barnes in 21st, Leonov in 22nd, Matthew Tewson in 21st, The Sutis in 24th, Corey Hudson in 25th, Doko in 26th, Parado in 27th, and Lucidi, Panzer, and Oldenmenger couldn't start in qualifying because of a late allocation, so they are going to start from the pits. So yeah, I think it was quite an exciting qualifying and quite a close one as well. So I think we were up for a fantastic race.
Yeah, I mean the field was only separated by like 2 seconds for the whole field, like just 2.1 seconds. Fantastic.
Yeah, very competitive field we have this year, and yeah. I think it's going to be pretty much a fight between Parves and Lukaszek, at least in this race.
Yeah, I wouldn't count out Dave Palin or Michael Harris yet, or maybe even Mark Hutchinson. They're looking pretty strong today. So we'll just see what happens. It's definitely between those top two of Parves and Lukaszek, but I won't count out Palin, Michael Harris, and Mark Hutchinson for the fight for the final podium, and maybe even second or first.
Yeah, definitely. We know how the first corners in pro races usually end up, so we could be up for some interesting results. So we'll see what will happen in the first corner. I think it's going to be quite exciting, and obviously, since the field is quite close, I think anyone from the top 5 at least can win the race.
Yeah, I just hope it's exciting in a fair and clean way, not with cars tumbling over walls and stuff. You know, that's not what we want.
Yeah, definitely. What we want is some clean and fantastic racing, side-by-side action, close gaps between drivers, and yeah, that's what we want.
It's good to see that most teams have gone for, well, all teams have gone for, you know, separate chassis. You could say we are seeing a mixture of the 4 chassis types they can choose from. So it's good to see a variety, not just the same car with a different skin on it.
Yeah. And I think the Ferrari looks really good. I like the rear wing quite a lot. It looks quite aggressive.
Looks very high downforce, doesn't it?
Yeah. Even though in real life that wasn't the case really, but yeah, it looks really, really cool.
I kind of like the Renault. I know everyone could hate me for that. I just think it looks quite nice. But I will always have a soft spot for the Brawn, being a Jensen Button fan. Always got to have a soft spot for the Brawn.
Yeah, and we saw in the last race that quite a few guys have actually sped in the pits and got a stop and go or drive to penalty thanks to that. So we'll see how it will be in this race. It was certainly surprising to see that.
Is this like another joke at me or something?
Oh, did you actually spin in the pit?
Yeah, but I had no front wing. I couldn't brake.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't remember really exactly who was it. Just saying.
Yeah, it was me. Sorry.
It happens.
Well, what do you think will be the most effective thing, strategy-wise, for this race? Do you think it'd be the undercut or the overcut?
The overcut, definitely. Since I think this race will be a one-stop, you have to use both compounds, and the top 10 at least is gonna start on the options. When you go into the second stint, you're gonna be slower than the guys on options. So, you know, staying out as long as you can in the first stint is gonna be most important and could play a big difference in the result.
I've been informed by the media director at FSR that these are not former Formula One cars. These are just Formula cars.
Copyright issues.
Yeah, but Bernie's gone, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these cars are based on the 2009 Grand Prix season.
Yeah. Which is exciting, of course.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The only thing they don't have is they don't have the kinetic energy recovery systems. But that's about it, really. They are based on 2009 cars, but they just don't have the cars.
Yeah. What do you think about the curse? Do you think it's a good thing or it's a bad thing?
I was quite mixed about it, because of course we had the boost last year. I found the boost to be quite effective, but I'd just rather drive than have gadgets, really. I think if I'm quicker than someone, I should prove it by just driving the car instead of getting, DRS or cars.
Yeah, definitely. I agree on that one. Obviously, someone might say this. On the other hand, someone might say that because of the dirty air, it's very hard to overtake even when you are about a second faster than the guy ahead. So the curse, would help in a more side-by-side action, so to say. So it's a little bit 50-50 in this case, and yeah. I think it should be all about the driver, so yeah, agree on that one.
Yeah, the only problem I do have with this car is it is hard to overtake, but at the end of the day, it's the same for everyone, and if you don't qualify, high enough up the field, then that's your own problem, really.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned that getting all those details is going to be so important this year, maybe even more important than it was last year. So yeah, I think this year it's going to really show who is the best.
Yeah, some drivers out on the prime tire at the minute. Some out on the I won't call it super soft. We just got option and prime this year. Two compounds.
Yeah.
The red sidewall is the option, and the white sidewall right in is the prime tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on those tires used in the 2009 season, as expected.
Yeah.
Should be looking at about between, I would say, 15 to 20 laps on the option.
Yeah.
25 to 30 on the prime, maybe.
Yeah, sounds about right. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. The guys that won't be in the top 10 obviously have a free choice of tires for the start. So I think getting on those primes could be a good choice because, it's going to be a bit of a chaos in the first couple of laps. So you won't lose that much time. It could, could play a big role in the end when in the second stage you are on the options and the other guys are on the primes.
Yeah, exactly. And just one more thing I want to point out to the viewers is the qualifying was done with quali fuel. It was done with low fuel, not their race fuel. So it's slightly different to what we saw in the 2009 system.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be quite exciting in the race because everybody is obviously going to be on a different fuel load, which could make a little bit of a difference, pace-wise. In the race itself.
Should be looking at about 33s to mid 32s for the qualifying. Not for qualifying, for the race. My mind's still.
Yeah, definitely. So we're getting ready for the race, which should start in about 90 seconds. So yeah, we'll see who's gonna, make the most of these new rules, this new car, and
You never know. We could see someone surprised with their race pace. It's gonna take probably like a second over Parvez and Lucas Check to mount a charge. Really, a second a lap delta, and in order to overtake the cars ahead of them. Really. But you never know. You know, it's the joys of a new car, a new season. Is we don't know where anyone is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think everyone else is looking forward to it. I just can't wait.
Yeah, definitely. We all can't wait. And obviously, everyone can't wait for the WC race later on today. So it's going to be.
And there's a threat of race, a threat of rain.
Yeah, definitely. There's
Rain
that.
in Bahrain. Never.
Yeah, interesting. So
I bet you're looking at the weather radar going, oh no. All the practice you've done in the dry.
Yeah, exactly. I was looking at the the chance percentage of rain for today, and I was like, yeah, it was somewhere between 20 and 50%. I was like, it never rains in Bahrain. No chance it's gonna rain. And then I saw it was raining on the server just like 3 hours ago or something, and I was like, shit.
It's just we did the preseason test. I think it was last weekend, wasn't it, or was the weekend before?
Yeah, weekend. Last weekend, I think it was.
Yeah, and I was in charge of the sprinklers.
Yeah.
It was surprising to see people in the comments when we live streamed it saying, "Oh, you know, it never rains in Bahrain. Why are you testing it?" I just hope it rains in WC for those people to be proved wrong. Really,
Yeah.
it can rain anywhere. It's not separated from.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a different world climate.
Yeah, last year in WC in Singapore, there was quite a big chance of raining as well, and it almost rained. It was very, very close to raining there. So, yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. Got to be prepared for everything. And here we go. The transition into the race in 20 seconds. The formation lap for the first race of the 2017 FSR Pro Championship is gonna start.
Yeah, and the only difference between between this and the higher categories at FSR is they got to use launch control. Not sure how much that will affect them, but I think launch control is pretty good this year. I don't think it's as effective as last year, but as long as everyone's using it, then I think that's fine.
Yeah. So we'll see who's gonna be quick off the grid. Certainly, we're gonna be up for some interesting start, I think.
I think so too. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah. So let's take everyone through the top 10 at least. So, like everybody's probably seen, Parvez is on pole position with Lukaszek with him on row 1. Then it is Paling and Ayers on row 2, Hutchinson and Hamnet on row 3, Lopez, Van Egmond on row 4, and Roger and Moyano row 5. So that is the top 10 for this race. And let's take a look who is on the prime tires. It is Schultz in 11th, Clue in 12th, Van Logenberg in 13th, Lamprecht in 15th, then it is Gerlof de Vries in 17th, then we have Barbukov in 20th, Barnes in 21st, Leonov in 22nd, Tucson is probably going to start from the pit, that's interesting. And then we have Hudson in 25th, Doko in 26th, and Lucidi is probably going to start on the primes as well as probably Panzer and Oldenmenger as well. So yeah, quite a lot of drivers on the prime tires, pretty much half of the grid.
Yeah, and Lucidi's already at the end of the pit lane. I think he's got his engine off though, but he's already at the end of the pit lane, and the other drivers are just beginning to come around the final corner, and he was already standing at the bottom of the pit lane. I wonder if he can get his engine switched back on from there.
Well, we will see. So here we go. Drivers are lining up for the start of the first race, the 2017 Pro Championship. So here we go. Drivers heating up the rear tires, making sure the brakes are nice and hot so that they don't outbrake themselves coming into the first corner. Well, Matthew Tewson has actually disconnected, so that is interesting. He's probably not gonna race in this race, I think.
Oh, and a spoken engine in the pit lane for Lucidi. I think his engine's...
Oh, that is a shame, but here we go. The 5 red lights and the FSR Pro Championship is underway, and lights out and away we go. And it was a really good start from Lukaszek and even better from Air's end.
Oh, what's happened there?
Oh, that was a nice cliffhanger. It is the warm-up has been restarted due to Tewson disconnecting. Wow.
I'm not sure what was happening there.
Yeah, Tewson has disconnected on the formation lap, and
Some people aren't quite happy about that.
Yeah, definitely, and
there was no word and warning by the looks of it from the race director.
Exactly, and just suddenly restarted warm-up so Tewson can join the session. That is interesting. Wow, that was a nice cliffhanger. Wow. So here we go again. Again, another formation lap. Let's go.
Yep.
So, right from the start. And Matt Tewson is going to start from the pits as a result of this. So, yeah, that was interesting. Wow.
Yeah, I got some mixed opinions on that. I didn't really think that should have been restarted, in my own view.
Same here. I think they should have just rolled on with it. And,
It should have been restarted before then. I think that was unfair for the drivers to get a start like that.
yes.
Very slow formation lap. I wonder if Parvez is just taking it nice and slow so the field doesn't get too spread out. I hear crashes.
Exactly. What is going on? Let's take a look. I see front wing everywhere. Oh damn. I saw front wing bits from the front wings. Oh, Lionel Clue. Probably. He's in the pits now without a front wing. And Schultz as well. So I think these two guys collided on formation lap, Schultz and Lionel Clue.
I'm just looking at the replay of the formation lap. It's something you never really do. And yeah, Clue just went straight into the back of Schultz there.
Yeah, exactly. Clue right in the back of Schultz, and both guys will have to start from the pits. They were 11th and 12th on the grid, and now they have to start from the pits alongside Lucidi, Panzer, Oldemanger, and Tewson.
Right,
wow.
Do not adjust your sets.
Oh,
this is the real
somebody
start.
Somebody spun Moyano, and he lost a bit of his front wing and played the right-hand side.
quick! You can still start from the pits. Escape.
Oh God! I think he's gonna roll on with it. It's not gonna be a huge damage. So.
Oh my God! There's more cars in the pit lane than there is on the track.
Wow, that is amazing. Wow.
It's Pro for a reason.
Yeah.
They're still adjusting to everything.
Here we go. So the lights are out now. And lights out and away we go, and for the second time we're starting here. Oh, and Parvez having a little bit of an oversteering moment on the start. Looks like Lukaszek is gonna get him into turn 1. Let's see, side by side into turn 1. Lukaszek takes the lead in the Ghost Speed car. Parvez is down to second. Air side by side with Paling and gets himself up into third place ahead of Dave Paling. Right behind him it's Hutchinson. He could have a sniff on the side into turn 4, but no, he's far back. Wow, what a start. Heard some crashing noises in the back, so...
Yeah, there's quite a lot of crashing going on. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, the drivers that started from the pits are now on the track. And let's take a look at the front again. So Lukaszek is leading the race in front of Parvez and Ayers. Dave Penning is fourth, and there was a fight between Van Ekman and Hutchinson. Van Ekman has actually gone ahead of Hutchinson.
But I'm just watching the replay at the start, and Vachenkovic didn't start at all. And one of the Zero Sim Racing cars just went straight into the back of him, and cars were sinking into the ground. So, not sure what was happening there.
Ooh, and Roger is running wide there in turn 11, and he's losing a couple of positions. Now Eugene van Logerberg is ahead of him, and he's down to 9th place. Crespo right behind him.
Yeah, top 4 seems to be breaking away from Tom van Egmond in P5. Seems to be about a 1.5 to 2 second gap already. So the top 4 breaking away.
Yeah, look at it. Parvez is gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it. Down
Has
to
he
the
got the
inside.
top speed? He's in the
He
slipstream.
definitely has.
Yeah.
He's close enough, and I hear, and oh, there is a big crash. There's an ACR car there, and maybe an Netrex car as well. But here we go, side by side, Lukaszek and Parvez. A little bit of lag on the server, but look at this. Ayers is now close, and he's going for it on Parvez. This is gonna be exciting into turn 4. What's gonna happen? Parvez down the inside on Lukaszek, but Lukaszek holds the inside line and holds the position for now. And what happened there? Between who was it?
Van Logenberg and Cameron Roger. Van Logenberg looks like he just lost the rear end or something and clipped Cameron Roger. And
He's out of the race.
Van Logenberg, yeah, without a rear wing. And then collected Jordi Lopez.
Yeah, there was a contact between him and Roger, but this was unfortunate. Oh, who was that? Who crashed into him? That was a Netrex car. Don't know exactly what was that, but this was clearly Logerenberg's his own fault. So yeah.
A few cars driving without any front wings, and some have got a bit of damage.
I know who it was now. That was Jordi Lopez who crashed into the back of Logerenberg's car. He's without a front wings, so he's gonna have to go into
Cameron
the pits.
Rogers off the track again. Definitely got some sort of problem there for Cameron
Yeah,
Roger.
and Hudson is went wide as well, and he's losing positions now. He's down to 18th place.
Here comes Parvez onto the back of Lukaszek. Lukaszek goes to the outside, but Parvez just couldn't commit really. He's got a fantastic. Oh, he's trying to get the exit from turn 2. He got the run going up the hill. He's in the slipstream. Here we go. What does Lukaszek do? Just keeps his line. Doesn't go defensive or anything. Yeah, Parvez looking very comfortable in that flag-to-flag car, taking it slightly offline, getting on the power very early. The setup seems to be suiting him very nicely.
Yeah, definitely. And while all that happened, we had also Vicentievich and Barnes in the pits, and Barnes actually has a damaged suspension. You can see turning his wheel a little bit to the left, so yeah, unfortunate for him. I think Vicentievich might have a suspension damage also. Yeah, turning a little bit to the right, so both guys maybe collided. Lopez was in the pits, and yeah, back on options again with a new front wing.
Yeah, Dave Palin's dropping off the back of Michael Ayers now. 1 second gap at the minute. So it looks like it's top 3 at the minute, battling for that first place. Michael Ayers right into the back of Parvez now.
Yeah, but I don't think any of these will go for an attack, because they're too far back.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, the slipstream won't be strong enough right now.
Need to be about 2 tenths behind the car in front.
Yeah, 2-3 tenths, and then you can go for an attack. And let's take a look. Is somebody going to attack? It probably will. Roger on Sola, fight for 12th place. He's going for it around the outside. A very good top speed. Ooh, and a little bit of contact, wheel banging there. And Roger gets ahead even before the corner, so good job from him and up into 12th place.
Yeah, it looked like he nearly outbraked himself there, but luckily enough, Sola was a bit too far behind to mount an attack going into turn 2. Because although you make the pass stick in turn 1, if you run a little bit wide at the exit of turn 1, the person can just cut back at you going up the hill.
Yeah. And Air seems to be getting a little bit closer, just a little bit closer to Parvez right now. So let's see what will happen there. Obviously, the difference between third and first is only 1 second, which is nice to see. So here we go once again, the last corner.
Parvez just a little bit too far behind. Oh, one's a little bit wide.
This is a big chance for Ayres to get ahead. He's quite close, has the slipstream now.
Yeah, he's going to have him, I think. Here we
so
go.
as well.
They don't really want to battle here because otherwise they're just going to lose ground to use Lucas check.
Yeah, and they're still fighting side by side.
This is not this is not good for flag to flags charge at the minute.
Definitely
They
not.
lost about 7 tenths there to Lucas check.
Yeah. And now Lukaszek can take an advantage from this, and he has built up a second lead to Parvez, so that is good for him, and that could put Parvez under a little bit of pressure from Ayres, because obviously Ayres has that slipstream while Parvez doesn't.
Yeah, it takes about 8 tenths of a second for the slipstream to take minimal effect, really. At the minute, Parvez isn't going to get anything, really. Apart from a bit, he might get quite a bit of dirty air, but he ain't going to get no advantage down the straight.
Yeah, definitely. Parvez a little bit wider in the penultimate corner. That should give a chance to Ayres to get a little bit closer, and he's using the slipstream to good effect. He's really close to Parvez's rear end, and he needs a good exit now, and he has got a good exit, and he's going to go for it again. Parvez,
yeah, he's going defensive quite early.
Yeah.
In the middle of the track. Where does he go?
Down the inside. Can he do it this time, though?
And they're still battling.
Round the outside again. Oh, that is
Oh, no.
That is... Oh, God. Contact between teammates, that's the last thing that you want to see.
Oh,
Yeah.
this has moved Parvez back down to P7.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take a look at it from the replay. Yeah, I think that was clearly Ayres' fault because he didn't leave any space on the inside. The
No,
cars went pretty much
yeah.
side by side, so he should have left a little bit more space. Since they are side by side, you just have to leave the space, and he didn't. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cameron Roger and Herloff the Freeze will be doing a full Toto Wolf on Michael Ayres after this race.
yeah, it will be like, this is totally unacceptable.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
Well, I just don't get why Parvez or Michael Ayres just let each other go, really.
Yeah.
That's just personally from looking at it from a team's perspective, really, that's just not good enough, really.
But that is just unbelievable. Yeah.
And to think that Barcelona's next round as well, could have at least waited.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lucas Check's probably smiling right now. 1.2 second gap to Michael Ayres.
Yeah.
I don't think Michael's got any damage from that.
I don't think so either. It was a very, very little touch, but it was enough, to make to spin the car of Parvez, which is a shame because he was really quick. He was on pole, so yeah, that is a big shame for him. And now he's gonna go and have to fight through the field, and he has Hamnet from VB Metcape right ahead of him.
Yeah, and Tom Van Egmond, he's struggling. He's been going off the track. I've been looking at him for the past few laps. He's struggling. Michael Ayres' his teammate in the flag-to-flag orange car. Flag-to-flag filled in, I think, three teams this year in Pro. Up from 2 last year. You know, this is their first full season, with the help from NetRex and everything. So team on a setup point of view is looking very good. Driver mentality, I wouldn't say he's the best at the minute, especially after that bit of contact.
Yeah. So let's take a look at Parvez. He's gonna be quite close to Hamlet, I think. Might go for it in turn 1. But actually, Hamlet has much better top speed. That is interesting. Even though Parvez was in the slipstream, Hamlet is still pulling away. Wow,
Yeah,
insane top speed in the VB Medcape car, and look at the top speed. Whoa,
wow.
300.
He's not really in that much of a slipstream as well.
Yeah, he pretty much
That's
doesn't have any
fantastic.
slipstream, and still 324. That is insane top speed in
Yeah,
that VB
well,
Medcape car.
I'm just looking at the fastest speed at the minute, and Michael Ayres with 334.017 kilometers an hour. Oh, and Tom Van Egmond just had a massive slide coming out of turn 4 there. Wow.
Ooh.
You know what we were saying in testing about that getting on the power too early? You kind of had that and had the oh dear moment.
Yeah. I heard some crashing noises now. Oh, it's Pantar. What has happened there? Ooh. Oh god, that was interesting. He outbraked himself into the first corner. Let's see what exactly happened there. Yeah, coming into the first corner, I think his rears have locked up, and yeah, just lost the rear end. Probably didn't expect that the driver ahead of him would brake earlier probably than he expected, and yeah, almost taken out someone, you know, because he went across the first corner. So yeah,
I'm not sure if he had a
lucky.
screen freeze or something.
Yeah, it could
weird.
be.
Because his steering wheel on the replay
Yeah.
was reacting.
Yeah, exactly. He was just going straight. It was very weird. And Ayres is actually getting closer and closer to Lukaszek. Now the gap is 7/10. And let's see Hamlet going for it. Oh, a bit of contact with Ton van Egmond. And now Parvez might take his chance here. Obviously, he doesn't have the top speed of the VB Medcape car. And look at that, he's just pulling away. Wow. Interesting. I think it's going to be very hard for Parvez to now make up some positions.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It looks like he maybe Tom Van Egmond might let him through. But he's got to get past his Madcape car first.
Yeah, which is
And that
gonna
Madcape
be
car looks very planted coming out the
exactly.
corners.
It's gonna be very tough because of the top speed, especially when Hamlet has the slipstream.
Yeah, that's not going to help Parvez one bit really. Parvez dropping back a little bit out of turn 10.
Yeah, Hamlet might even get ahead of Ton van Egmond, who keeps making little mistakes. So not really looking too comfortable in his car.
Yeah, it just looks like he can't really get into a rhythm. Really, he seems to be quite fast in some corners, and in some corners he just can't get the grip down or something, and just loses that rhythm.
Yeah. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, Michael Ayres half a second behind Lukaszek now.
Yeah, and Ton van Egmond is going defensive, squirming a little bit on the track. And look at it. Getting closer and closer and going for it down the inside into turn 1 and contact.
Contact, yeah.
Little contact. Look at that. Parvez now round the outside and more contact. And Parvez runs wide. But he's surely going to have to give that
he's
place
gonna
back.
have to give that. He's gonna have to give that position back.
But Parvez doesn't do it. This is
I think
interesting.
Hamnet was kind of caught in a catch-22 sort of situation there. He had contact with Egmond, and that kind of just, kind of caught him off guard with Parvez coming around him.
Yeah, I mean, come on. He needs to give the place back. That was unfair.
Yeah.
He cut the corner, so he went straight on.
Exactly. Even if Hamnet was at fault, it still should have gave the place back.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That was a
then
little
it'd be
bit unfair.
decided by the stewards.
Yeah, now Hamlet is coming under a little bit of pressure from Crespo in the Go Speed car. And also behind them, Moyano in the F1 Champs. And behind them, Andre in the Drillers Motorsport. So yeah, quite some interesting battles going on the track now. And look at it, Ayres only 4 tenths behind Lukaszek. Here we go.
I don't think he'll be able to get past, but he's going to get really close.
He's close
Top
now.
speed.
Not close enough.
He just needs another 100 meters and he'll be able to get past. But yeah, top speed looking very nice for that flag to flag car. Oh, I hear crash.
Oh god. Well, Clue is out of the race in the CR car. So.
Wow. Crespo's just been pushed off the track by a F1 Champs car by the looks of it.
Oh. Yeah, and he has a stop and go penalty, it seems.
Wow, that was interesting.
Indeed. And not only that, he has... Yeah, he maybe have even 2 stop and go penalties.
Oh wow!
What is this?
Wow, into wheel lock in there between the 2 cars of the F1 Champs car and the Ghost Speed car, literally interconnecting with each other, and yeah. that's very weird. I don't know if Georg, our cameraman, can show it. You know, can show us a replay of that, but that was very weird. Oh, nearly. Oh, and on the rejoin. Lampret nearly got taken out by Crespo as well, so wow.
Yeah, and Hudson is out of the race, so yeah. Not really good. So far after basically, how many is it? After 11 laps we have 3 retirements, which is quite surprising for a pro race. So we have the 2 ACR cars, not tires, Jesus. 2 ACR cars retiring, Clue and Van Wogenberg, and also now Corey Hudson.
Yeah, that's disappointing. You never want to see guys retire, but you know that's part of the racing, really. You know, some races go well, some don't.
Especially when they are from your team.
No comment.
No comment on that.
Oh, and Crespo's retired. It's a shame to see. He was doing quite well for his first race.
Oh yeah, he is retired.
I'm just looking at the YouTube chat, and Madcave is saying that Harley Hamnet was signed last night.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So, bravo. good signing there, Madcave.
Yeah, nice top speed you have. So, Ayers still quite close to Lukaszek, and Lukaszek now has the first back markers ahead of him.
Well, as long as the back markers are better than what they were in Ace yesterday, then I think they're fine.
Yeah, and Vicentovic.
Wow.
God!
Wow, that was
close. Huh.
Okay, you don't have to let him go that easily, mate.
Yeah, exactly. And look at his Hamnet, Anton van Egmond for 6th place. He's going for it on the inside. Oh, that is close racing. He's gonna make it stick. It's like Tom van Egmond is gonna try and hang it around the outside. Oh, bit of contact again! And now Hamnet has been pushed wide. Oh, and almost more contact when rejoining. And look at that, Hamnet is not happy with that whatsoever.
Yeah, Hamnet's really beginning to get accustomed to the flag-to-flag cars at the minute. Yeah, I think personally. Oh, and Van Egmond's just gone straight off the track.
Yeah. There were some difficulties with Barnes letting through Lukaszek. He held him up a little bit, which could potentially give chance to Michael Ayers to snatch the first place from him.
Yeah, Michael Ayers doing a fantastic job so far. Still got 30 laps to go. So yeah, definitely going to be a one-stop.
Yeah, look at it. Ayers is really close. He's really close to Lukaszek. He needs to get a good exit.
Oh, runs a little bit wide.
No.
Oh, no.
No, that's not
just
going to
ran
be
a little bit wide on the. He just ran a little bit wide on the apex, didn't he?
Yeah. Obviously, the dirty air didn't help him at all. So, yeah, shame for him. But still, there's a ton of laps to go. 30 laps to go. So, yeah, still a lot can change. And Hutchinson now with the fastest lap. 32.4.
Yeah, Hutchinson doing a fantastic job. In P4 at the minute.
Yeah.
And he got Parvez about 8 seconds behind. He just needs to concentrate on his own race. Will Barnes gets out of his way cleanly.
Yeah.
Dave Palin, just doing what Dave Palin does and just cruising around. Just hoping that he can keep his position.
Yeah.
It's something Dave's very good at, is he just stays out of trouble and manages to get good points. So good to see him in P3.
Definitely.
Michael Ayres dropping back a little bit.
Andre made a little bit of a mistake coming into turn 10. Didn't lose any positions, luckily for him. But Moyano is now a little bit closer to him. Gap under 1 second. Yeah, and Lukaszek has actually pulled away slightly. The gap is 8 tenths. So he won't get any slipstream. Does Michael Ayres. So yeah, he needs to push a little bit harder to catch back to Lukaszek and have another shot at the first place.
Yeah, you just need maybe Michael Ayres' tyres have gone off, or maybe he just made a little mistake. But yeah, Lukaszek's looking nice and consistent at the minute. A cool and collective, you could say.
And Michael Ayres has his pit light on. Is he gonna pit now? Oh.
28 laps on the primes, maybe.
Yeah,
he's
you
gonna be
definitely
really
can.
slow now.
You definitely can. Yeah, it's gonna be slow.
Problem with this is if you know your tyres are wearing okay and you think you can do more laps, you're limited by the fuel. So
this is the thing. If, for example, Palin can stay out for another, let's say, 5 laps, he could even overcut Michael
I'd
Ayres.
say 2 or 3 laps. Maybe if Palin pits at the end of lap 17, 18. Michael Ayres gone from looking like he could win this race to maybe even being put at the biggest disadvantage at the minute.
Exactly, because we didn't really see him being the quickest in qualifying, but yeah, that could be the reason why he's fighting for the lead now, because he has less fuel on board, but still he stays out for now. But I reckon he's gonna pit really soon. But who comes into the pits is Hamnet from 6th place. So he's the first to pit.
Yeah, Michael Ayres still got his pit light on, but maybe he's doing it. I don't know why he would put it on, because there's no race engineers in the server. So
yeah, well, I noticed it sometimes it turns on by itself. So
yeah, it could be true.
Could be that.
Yeah, Dave Palin's lights on as well.
Or maybe he's just getting ready a little bit sooner.
So is Mark Hutchinson's as well.
So this is interesting. 2-stop for Hamnet. He's on the options again. Oh, no, almost contact with Lucidi from Netrex. That was close. So Hamnet now in 14th place, and he's on the option, so he's gonna go for a 2-stop. This is interesting. Yeah, Lukaszek keeps pulling away from Ayres. And actually, Hutchinson is getting closer and closer. Actually, he's closing the gap quite quickly to Palin.
I saw a little bit of contact.
Yeah. But Lorenzo from Netrex, he lost his front wing. Let's see what happened there. Oh, he just lost the back end coming out of turn 2.
Very unlucky there, to be honest.
Oh, and when he accelerated on the sand, basically, he lost the rear end again and crashed into the wall. So that's unfortunate for him, but at least they can, make his scheduled pit stop and just go to the end on the primes.
Oh, Michael Ayres is in the pits.
More crashing noises. What is this? Oh, that is Jordi Lopez. On the same spot like Lorenzo, and he's out of the race. And like you said, Ayres was.
I think he ran out of fuel.
Ooh, that is interesting.
I don't know. It looked like he ran out of fuel, but he still had RPM left. He just went round the corner and just stopped.
Hmm. Well, probably then.
I don't know. He just stopped. You know, his car. He just didn't have no pedal input. He just steered off the track.
Hmm. Yeah, and I'm taking a look at the fight for second place currently between Paling and Hutchinson. These guys are getting closer and closer together. So let's see, Ayres is now actually stuck behind Cameron Roger a little bit. So this is going to be interesting what is going to happen here. And Roger lets him past. And Lukaszek is staying out, but Paling comes to the pits, and Hutchinson is staying out. So I think he's going to overcut him here. We'll see.
Parvez stays out as well.
And I think Andre is going to come into the pits from Drillers. No, not yet. Okay. But Cameron Roger maybe? No. Okay, but Lamprecht does from ACR in 9th place. Braking quite early. Conservative. And Paling comes out on the prime tires. Where is he going to come out? Where is Ayres? Oh. Ayres is well ahead. And with well ahead, I mean well ahead. He's over 10 seconds ahead. What the hell?
What happened with Dave Paling? Dave Paling make a mistake?
What the hell happened there? Wow, it's over 10 seconds behind. 12 seconds. Well, that is interesting.
That puts Paling under pressure from Mark Hutchinson now.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. I think the longer will Lukaszek stay out, the better for him. He's going to create a little bit of a gap now if he stays out. It's going to be good. And he comes into the pits. Okay. Slow it down nicely. Very nicely indeed. And now Hutchinson coming into the pits as well. Parvez will stay out probably. Yes, he does.
Okay, so now it's advantage Parvez, but by how much?
Yeah, exactly. We'll see when he makes his own scheduled pit stop. So let's see. Lukaszek going for the hard tire, so going to the end. And look at that, Hutchinson actually having the same pit stop. Oh, that is.
Oh, he's
God.
Oh, he's in the pit box now.
Oh, well, that is going to be a huge loss for him. And Cameron Roger in the pits as well. And Paling will get past easily. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Okay, so now the question is, yeah, that's a real shame. Don't know what was happening there. But Parvez still staying out. Wonder if he'll pit at the end of this lap.
Ayres in the lead. Ayres is in the lead. Effectively. He's ahead of Lukaszek. What is going on? What the hell?
Yeah, Ayres.
What is going on by 2.5 seconds? By 2.5 seconds, what is going on? Wow. How did he do that?
But Ayres is now stuck behind Moyano. So whether or not Moyano pits at the end of this lap
could actually be Ayres on a 2-stop here. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That could be why he gained so much time, because he didn't put that much fuel load in like the other drivers. That's why he's gained so many seconds. And he's gaining time. He's gaining like a second per lap on Lukaszek. Definitely Ayres. Yeah, definitely Ayres has to be on a 2-stop. This is interesting.
maybe Ayres forgot to fill up or something.
Or maybe it's just his strategy, but I don't think it's a good strategy.
No,
I think it's a bad choice.
You definitely want to do a one-stop. Don't want to be doing a two-stop.
And look at that, Parvez is now ahead of Paling even after his pit stop. So Parvez basically back into P3. Interesting choice. I think both Parvez and Ayres are on a two-stop here. Yeah, Ayres has done the fastest lap on the prime tires. Has to be. Has to be on lower fuel.
Unless Ez is thinking, oh, I can just put in X amount of litres, do a few laps, and then pit, and then put the options on and then be faster than everyone else. But I don't think the Delta's that much different, do you?
Well, we're certainly going to find out in the next couple of laps. This is exciting. Because in normal circumstances, that undercut wouldn't have worked. Not like this. Definitely not. So Sola in the pits for his first pit stop of the day. So let's see where he's gonna come out. He's going for the prime tires.
Yeah, just looking at Ez, with how he's driving aggressively. It looks like he's pushing these prime tyres now. It looks like he's not going to go to the end.
Oh, there is a nice fight between Sola and Roger. And Sola gets ahead, coming out of the pits into 11th place. But yeah, I think everyone now has done a scheduled pit stop right now. We'll see, maybe there is a driver like Oldenmanger who still hasn't done a pit stop. But I think most of these drivers have already been into the pits.
Yeah, I think everyone's made their stops now.
So Ayres is now in the lead of the race then by 4 seconds in front of Lukaszek, and then Parves 10 seconds behind in 3rd place. So nice recovery from him. And we have a fight for 5th place between Hutchinson and Hamnet. Obviously Hamnet went for another set of options, so he's gonna have to stop once again, and also Gerlof de Vries quite close, but he makes a mistake and runs wide. This is quite a lot of time actually. 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, this track seems to punish you if you ever run wide on it. Because the curbs are so... I don't know how to explain the curbs, but the curbs are lethal. So running wide here isn't going to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Ayres extends the lead to about 3.4 seconds now.
Yeah, the gap is still rising up, so I think definitely he has to be on less fuel. Definitely. If he is on a one stop, then that's absolutely impressive from him. Like, that's absolutely amazing what he's doing right now if he's on a one stop.
Yeah, that pace is pretty impressive. A 32 for that lap.
Yeah. He also has the fastest lap on this set of tires.
33.3 for Lukaszek. Yeah, definitely Michael Ayres is pitting again, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to be proved wrong, really, because that's impressive lap times, but looking at the pace difference between Lukaszek and Ayres, it just doesn't add up.
Yeah, I think Parves is on a one stop because his times aren't that magic either. Pretty much the same pace like Lukaszek, maybe a little bit of a tenth or two faster. So I think Parves is on a one stop, but I don't think the same for Ayres. It's gonna be interesting. If he builds the gap now, he could be really strong towards the end if he goes on the options again.
Yeah, he's about, I would say about 8 tenths to maybe even a second quicker a lap. So Ayres will need to, yeah, he'll need to do about, I just don't know when he's going to pit, because it's different really, because of the pro strategy. But yeah, maybe 5-6 laps and he'll start pitting again. I'm not sure.
See. Yeah, he has to pit in like 6 laps or something. It's going to be quite interesting to see. We'll find out eventually. So still 5 retirements in this race, which is amazing, I have to say.
Yeah, everyone's mostly everyone's still running on the circuit. That's always good to see.
Yeah.
Quite close. The like P12 to P19 separated by 6 seconds.
So we have a little bit of a question on how Robin Panzer from ACR is doing. He's currently in 18th, probably on a one-stop, fighting with Leonov, Barbukov and Ton von Egmond for 15th, 16th and 17th place respectively.
Yeah, this battle's getting quite feisty now.
Yeah.
Van Egmond's struggling like crazy.
Oh, there is a contact between Lucidi and Moleano, and now Andre is gonna take advantage of it and move himself up into 8th place. They both ran wide
wow!
into turn 1.
Egmond just turned straight into the side of the Madkit car there, of Babukov.
God. And now
Madkit cars
Leonov gets ahead, and now Robin Panzer could get ahead as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
Go for
like
it.
Madkit and Flag to Flag aren't really having the best relationship at the minute.
And Ton von Egmond will probably keep his place. Oh, it's really close. He keeps his place. Currently, for now at least. So Andre then up into 8th place after the contact between Moyano and Lucidi into turn 1. And let's see, Ayers now has a 6.2 second gap to Lucas Czech, so still increasing the gap lap by lap. Parvez closing in on Lucas Czech by a tenth or 2 each lap. Paling is being Paling, and yeah, Hamnet now can't really attack Hutchinson. I think his tires are starting to fall off a little bit.
Yeah, Van Egmond struggling, and Panzer's going to go through. Van Egmond gets back into the toe, going down the back straight. He ducks out of it.
Lock up.
Yeah.
And now
just needs
Panzer
to
is
be
going to get a good exit.
he
has
just
a
needs to be
good
straight on the
exit.
back of him, yeah.
Oh, look at that, Barbukov into the pits. Okay, let's see. Panzer and the flag seems to have a little bit of a better top speed. And oh, Panzer actually running a little bit wide on the grass there. That's interesting.
Yeah, Matt Tewson's going to be looking at this, thinking, okay, if these guys come together, then I'm going to have, 2 positions here for free.
Yeah.
It's still pretty good to see everyone after about 60% of the race, still within a few seconds of each other.
Definitely, yes. And we could have a fight between Hutchinson and Hamnet quite soon. He's getting a little bit closer again. And with that insane top speed, he's gonna close now like a madman. But it's not enough for now. Oh, and okay, that is a backmarker. Rian Lamprecht. Already on his 3rd pit stop. That is interesting. Already a lap down in 23rd place. And Gerlof de Vries in the pits. For another.
Oh, Matt Tewson dips into the pits as well.
Yeah, and here we go. Panzer again on Ton von Egmond. Oh, that was really close.
Wow.
And he pushes him to the inside a little bit. Can Panzer make it stick? Oh, that's gonna be really close. Please don't make contact, and nicely around the outside from Robin.
Yeah, no, Robin needs to push to break the toe of the flag car, but they're looking pretty strong in a straight line.
Yeah, definitely, and he looked feisty coming into turn 4. And Airs, to be fair, the gap is still staying around those 6.5 seconds, so not really building the gap like he would probably want to.
Yeah, it looks like maybe Ez is pushing a bit too much. He took too much life out of his tyres.
Oh, Schulze now running wide in the penultimate corner. He was in a fight with Sola for 11th place. But, yeah, went a little bit deep into the corner, went wide. And yeah, lost a little bit of time there. Otherwise, not much fighting going on right now. Lucidi into the pits for a second set of the option tires, so it was quite surprising. I was expecting everyone to do a one stop, but quite a bit of drivers actually going for a two stop here. That is interesting.
Yeah, maybe they just think that the pace difference between the option and the prime, especially a worn prime, is a big difference.
Could be, yeah.
Maybe they know something any of us.
Maybe they know something we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and still the gap, 6.5 seconds. Airs is gaining nothing right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking Ez is just maybe, you know, too much life out of his tyres. But he can if he's going to pit for those options very soon.
Yeah.
But there's no pit light on, so he's. I think the pit light comes on automatically after. Oh, his pit light is on.
Okay.
God, I'm just fantastic with guessing this.
Yeah, and
yeah, the pit light comes on automatically. I think after the car reaches below 20
yeah,
meters.
I think so as well. I think that's the case. And let's take a look. Ton van Egmond and Gerlof de Vries, the teammates fighting for 14th place. Here we go. And Robin Panzer is in the pits from 13th place. So he's probably on a two-stop then. Or maybe he was.
Oh, wow.
He still hasn't pitted yet.
Ton was getting very feisty with the main flag-to-flag team there.
Yeah.
But,
Contact! And then Ton van Egmond lost a bit of his front wing. On the left side, a bit of his end plate fell off. That is a second contact in this race between teammates, from flag to flag especially.
Yeah, Ton's been having a really bad race.
Yeah, and I think
more contact now.
Yeah, and I think Robin Panzer actually wasn't in the pits yet, so I think this was his first scheduled pit stop because he started on the prime tires and now he's getting under pressure from Barbukov, and he falls down to 18th place. But now he's obviously gonna be on the fresh option, so he's gonna be quick as hell. So Air staying out, now the gap is 7.5 seconds, so he gained another second now. And Parves still closing in on Lukashek. Now the gap is under 9 seconds, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, so we know that Mike Wales has less than about 4 laps before he's got the pit.
Yeah.
So a 10-lap run on the options, about 40 litres he'll need, 35 to 40 litres, depending on how much his fuel usage is. I think it's about 3.9 a lap, so yeah, 39 litres.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see, obviously. Yeah.
He should come out. He should come out about Dave Palin, just in front of Dave Palin.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll see. Is he gonna come into the pits on this occasion? Don't think so, but we'll see. Yeah, he stays out currently for now, at least. And Parvas made a little bit of a mistake, but still closing that gap down to Lukashek, 8.5 seconds, while Ers now has a 8.5 second lead on Lukashek. So seems to have started to push again. Increase that gap a little bit. We'll see what he can do at the end of the race. It's going to be interesting to watch, of course. And Hamnet still, he was close to Hutchinson, but now he's losing time to him. 1.5 seconds the difference, so that fight is for now at least over. Otherwise, I don't see any battles on track except for 17th place between Barbukov and Panzer, and also Doko behind them in 19th. Yeah, otherwise nothing else happening on the track right now, so let's concentrate on that. Obviously, Panzer now on those fresh options compared to Barbukov. Not sure when he has pitted. Also Doko in the F1 Champs car, also on the option tires.
Michael Ayres setting his fastest lap time of the race so far. Let's see what he can do in sector 2.
And Oldenmanger coming into the pits. And also there was a backmarker in the pits. There was Will Barnes for his second pit stop. And Panzer going around the outside on Barbukov. BB Madcape versus ACR coming into the tournament. And whoa, that is a close battle. Barbukov stays ahead for now.
Michael Ayres set the fastest lap time of the race of 32.1. He's pushed him. I think there's going to be hammer time for Michael Ayres here.
Definitely, yes. He's gonna have to push now. The gap is over 10 seconds, and also Lukaszek has traffic ahead of him, and it's Oldenmanger from Drillers Motorsport. So, yeah, that's certainly not going to help him, and he's not moving out of the way just yet. He's still staying ahead. What is this? Look at this. What are you doing, man? Get out of the way.
I think we need Sebastian Vettel in here.
I mean, but look at this.
This is ridiculous.
This is playing into Ayres' hands. Quite a lot, actually.
What's going on here?
Come on.
Blue flag. Get out of the way.
Get out of the way. Come on. What are you doing, man?
Honestly, playing ping pong or something.
I mean, what is this? I mean, look at it. He's already lost a second.
But he's not getting out of the way. Come on, get out of the way.
And he's done a half a lap.
Yeah, Ez 11.5 seconds now.
This could play a huge role
in
the final standings. It's gonna help him quite a lot. And look at that, Parvas only 6 seconds behind Lukaszek now. I mean, what is going on?
The thing is, he moves up the way to let him through, but then realizes he's too Lukaszek's too far back. It just moves back into line.
I mean, Oldenmanger, when I watch his onboard,
he gets out the way.
Yeah, finally. I mean, he had the blue flag there all the time.
Is he though? Is he though? Oh my god!
Is he gonna go back?
He's getting the slipstream.
No.
Oh my god.
No, he let him through, but that was, I mean, that was just stupid. I mean,
yeah, he lost about 2.5 seconds, really.
Yeah, basically 2 seconds, because the gap was 10 seconds. Now it's 12. Yeah, this could actually mean quite a lot for Ayres.
Well, the only thing
play
we
a big role.
The one thing it could maybe play a little bit into Lukaszek's hands is that when Ayres pits, he'll have to come out behind Oldenmanger.
Yeah, that's true.
And now Parvez is going to be closing in on Oldenmanger as well.
So let's see, is Ayres gonna come into the pits on this lap?
I would expect so. Here we go.
Yes, he is indeed. So he will have to do basically 11 laps.
He slows down in time for the pit lane line.
This is gonna be crucial. Is he gonna come out ahead of Parvez? I don't think so. Yeah, and he is on the options. Well, he's not that far behind, actually. He's gonna be so much quicker.
Yeah, and he's as long as he comes out in front of Dave Palin, which I think he will.
He will definitely. He's too far ahead of him. Yeah, and he's losing 11 seconds to Lukaszek, and he has 11 laps to go. I don't think he's gonna do it, but he could potentially be second. I don't think he's gonna win the race. And also having it in the pits for a set of hard tires. I assume. Indeed. So he's gonna maybe fall even out of the top 10. And Leonov in the pits as well.
The thing is for Michael Ayres to win this race, you have to get past Oldermenger, who's a lap down.
Yeah, but there is 10.5 laps to go, and he needs to close the gap of 11 seconds. And I don't think he's gonna do it because the tires will drop off at the end, and the pace between him and Lukaszek will be even basically. So I don't think he's gonna do it.
Michael Ayres got a bit of traffic in front of him, the Invictus car of Matt Tucson.
Yeah. Let's see if he's gonna get out of the way nicely and cleanly. We saw that he didn't in the winter series, so hopefully
maybe he's learned his lesson.
Hopefully, we'll see. Giving Ayres a little bit of a slipstream. Is he gonna move out of the way though? No, doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, but this was basically Ayres' fault. You can't be pissed on Tucson about that. You outbraked yourself. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his fault.
Now's the point where you don't want to overdrive the car.
Yeah,
exactly. If you overdrive the car, you're going to get into trouble.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. Fight for P4 between Paling and Hutchinson. They were quite close in the first sector. This could be exciting.
Yeah, hopefully the Irish team can celebrate the St. Patrick's Day weekend with P4.
Yeah.
Runs a little bit wide, Hutchinson does, on the exit of turn 14.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be close enough for an attack, but look at this. Andre and Moyano right behind them in 6th and 7th place respectively. Going to fight it out for 6th position. Moyano running a little bit wide. Oh, haha.
Yeah, and they're bringing Cameron Roger in with them as well.
Yeah, exactly. Who had actually Lorenzo. There is a back marker, and let's see, is Moyano gonna have a good exit? Touch the inside curb a little bit. He could go for it if he has a good enough top speed. He could try and attack down the inside into turn 1, but I don't think he has the top speed though.
Oh, slipstream though. Wow.
He's not gaining much.
The driller's car went a bit defensive there. That's gonna not help him.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, the Ghost Speed car has really good traction. Matt Hutchinson's losing quite a bit.
Oh, Paling makes a mistake! Commentator's curse!
As soon as I speak about traction, he loses it in the traction zone.
That's the commentator's curse. It has happened once again.
I'm so sorry. You're going to be commentating WC later, and I hope you don't commentate curse anyone else. I hope we don't continue.
It is amazing how every time the commentator's curse, it works every time. Yeah, so Hutchinson makes a good use of that mistake and puts himself up into 4th place. Dave Paling now down into 5th, but still good race from him. And now we're watching, well, at least I'm watching the fight between Andre and Moyano actually quite understeer in the fast left right-hander.
Ez is closing right in on Parves now, 2.5 seconds.
Yeah. I don't think Parves is gonna give up so easily because I think he knows he won't catch Lukaszek. So I think he's gonna fight for the 2nd place. It's gonna be interesting.
Wow, and we know exactly what happened last time.
Yeah, exactly. The contact there. Let's see how they are going to go on this time around.
The thing is though, in Ace we had 2 flag-to-flag drivers on the podium. Pro, it's looking like we're going to have 2 drivers on the podium. WC, there's no flag to flag, so hopefully that's alright. Yeah, Michael Ayres looking very, very good on those option tyres. About a second and a half faster than Lucas Czech.
Yeah.
But it's not enough.
It's not enough because there's only 7 laps to go, so I don't think it's gonna be enough for him. But we will see a fight for the second place between the flag-to-flag teammates, hopefully without a contact this time round. Let's see if they will be more aggressive towards each other after that contact.
Bear in mind they got Oldermenger in front of them, only about 2 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
A lap down. Oh, and Michael Ayres nearly lost it there on the exit turn 2. Yeah, Michael Ayres closing in rapidly on his sister teammate.
Yeah, exactly. And let's see what will happen now. Obviously, they're gonna fight it out, but yeah.
They've already had contact once this race.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be exciting to see. And I think he could go for it right now. Oh, he's moving. He's moving actually.
There we go.
Wow, that is interesting. Wow. So this is interesting.
Still 7 seconds.
7 seconds, and we have 6 laps to go. Or 7.
It's possible, but
It is possible, but he would need to keep up the pace. If he doesn't, he's not gonna do it.
yeah, we know how bad these option tyres. Yeah, how bad these option tyres wear. About how much pace difference you lose during a stint. But that lock up there into turn 10 is not going to help Michael Ayres. Might help him with lap time, but it's not going to help him anywhere else.
Rian Lamprecht out of the race.
That's a shame.
So that is a 3rd ACR car out of the race.
Avid chronic retirements. That's what we like to be called.
So ACR now has only 1 remaining car on the track, which is Robin Panzer. Sounds like a tank or something. That's her name.
May look from the onboard shot on. Oh, apparently, I'm just looking at the stream. Yeah, I can see what happened to Lamprecht. Just looked like he got pushed off the track.
And look who's got Ayres ahead of him.
Yep.
Yep, it's that guy again. It's the one and only Oldenmenger.
He'll get out of the way. Wow, Ayres is pushing that car crazy.
Flag
Wow.
to flag secret agent.
Employed by Ghost Speed now.
So let's see, the gap between Lukaszek and Ayres is now under 6 seconds.
Every lap that goes by, it's just getting less and less likely.
Exactly, yeah. There will
Yeah.
be 4 laps remaining after this one, so I don't think he's gonna do it.
Oh, Oldemega, he moves to the right hand side.
Nope.
Is he? No,
Nope.
no, he's the ultimate troll, really.
Olden Troll. Okay.
Troll Menga.
Troll man.
Oh, he moves to the side again.
Oh,
Oh,
no, he's like, nah, he's too far away. I'm not gonna slow down.
3 tenths. What's that?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he goes again.
Oh.
Oh, he lets him. Oh!
Oh, FT flag to flag secret agent confirmed. It is confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Oldemanger is secretly.
Oh, dear.
And flag to flag secret agent, maybe a driver as well. Who knows?
Yeah, if you just take the skin off of that driller's car, you just see a flag to flag logo on it.
Yeah. And the gap is now under 5 seconds almost between Lukaszek and Ayers. He obviously used that slipstream to good effect, gained like 3-4 tenths there. Yeah, but the gap is getting closer and closer.
He's just
Every
running out of
lap.
laps. Just running out of laps.
Yeah, he's running out of laps.
And then there's still one more lap car to go by as well.
After this lap, we will have 3 laps remaining. So, yeah, and in those 3 laps, he needs to close the gap of 5 seconds and pass him, which is easier said than done. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to do it, but he's going to be rather close. I think it's going to be like 2 seconds or something at the end of the race.
Yeah, he's going to be about 2 seconds behind.
Yeah.
Just look, let's have a look at, see what his previous lap time was. Yeah, still a second quicker, so yeah, it'd be about 2 seconds by the end of the race.
Yeah. Moyano still can get past Andre in 6th place. He's still stuck behind him for multiple laps now. Otherwise, there's not much fighting going on. Well, pretty much no fighting going on except for these two for 6th place.
Yeah, and they brought Cameron Roger into the mix as well. He's closed in, and Moyano having a massive lock-up going into turn 1. Yeah, I think definitely a team that surprised me this year is flag to flag so far.
Yeah, they're showing good pace so far in both Pro and Ace, so I think that's a welcoming surprise.
Oh, and Moyano!
Moyano goes for it down the inside into turn 10 and gets the move down, finally.
It looks like you get a little bit annoyed with being stuck behind someone for so long. You think, okay, I'm just going to stick my nose in there. And they're still fighting.
Yeah, and you can expect these drivers to be quite aggressive because there's only 2 laps remaining in this race.
Oh, Moyano again. Not Moyano. Andre getting onto the sand there and still right up the back of Moyano. I still think Moyano's got damage from the formation lap.
Could be.
Because didn't he spin?
Having a look. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. Moyano had a very bad exit. Oh, this is gonna be very aggressive. Oh, pushing
my
into the
God.
wall.
That's like a Rubens Barrichello, Michael Schumacher moment
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Yeah.
That was the first thought that came through my mind. Oh, bit
Was
of
it? Oh, a little
also
bit of
Roger behind them.
Yeah, he's looking.
Oh, Roger
hungry.
Roger might go for it on
fantastic
Moyano.
run.
He might go for it. Here we go. He's going defensive into turn 4. Roger down the around the outside.
He needs to get back in for the cutback. Here we go.
Not enough.
Nah.
Not enough speed. Not enough momentum to actually make that overtake.
Oh, Moyano getting a massive slide.
Both actually. Both
Tokyo
Roger and
drift.
Moyano. Both actually ran a little bit wide there. That was interesting. And here we go. So Lukaszek starting his final lap of the race. And he's gonna take the first victory and the championship lead.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
He still wants some traffic.
Oh god.
Michael Ayres still pushing. Gap only, gap 4 seconds.
Yeah, like I said, the tires have now fallen off a little bit, so the gap has stabilized. So yeah, I think it's gonna stay on the
Robert Panzer and Peter Slurtz. Oh my god. Fantastic move by Robert Panzer there. Just put his put his nose on the inside of turn 11 and
could he actually snatch
give it
12th
away.
place here? That would be awesome for him.
Yeah, he's looking quite
on his
quite
debut
hungry.
as well.
He had to start from the pits as well, so
Yeah, and look at it.
he's in the points.
He had a good exit as well.
So
Getting closer and closer. Not close enough though. He might go for it into turn 4. If he has a good enough exit, and indeed he has. He's really close now.
And Lucas Czech comes around the final corner to take the second round of the FSR Pro Championship in pretty good style, to be honest.
Yeah, and look at this. Ayres has actually led.
Yeah.
Parvez through into second place.
Was this a sort of thing that was like, oh, if I can't catch him, I'll give you the place back?
Yeah, there was something like Monaco 2015. I think there was a team radio between Ricardo and Kvyat, where he said, I don't know who it was, but let's just say, let Ricciardo through. He's on the faster compound or something. You know, if he doesn't overtake the guy ahead, you're gonna get the place back. So I think that's the kind of thing that has happened right here between Parvez and Ayres in the flag to flag team.
Yeah, and I still don't think that will make up anything for the move that was done by both Parvez and Ayres at the end of the first stint. So.
Yeah, and Panzer has actually gotten past Lucidi into 12th place, so good debut for him. For the Swedish driver. Don't have many of those in FSR. So yeah. Representing his country in 12th place. Nice debut from him, obviously. So yeah, now we're just waiting for the last drivers to finish the race. And here we go then. That is it. So Wojciech Lukaszek, your race winner for the round 2, but essentially round 1. He takes the lead in the championship. In second place, it's Haris Parvez in front of Michael Ayres. 4th, Mark Hutchinson. 5th, Dave Paling. 6th, Enric Andre. 7th, Javier Moyano. 8th, Cameron Roger. 9th, Unai Sola. And 10th, Harley Hamnet. That's the top 10 for this race. I think it was a very exciting race.
Yeah, it was actually better than what I thought it would be, actually. So that's really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Saw some fantastic drives by everyone, really. I think everyone who got them the points deserved it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's it from us, I guess. And congratulations again to Lukaszek for taking the win. The WC race, the World Championship, round 1 is gonna start in about 30 minutes. So stay tuned. It's gonna be awesome. So from us then, it's everything. I have been Stefanko. Chris has been Chris. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
I have 10.